VCT America's Week 2 Day 1 in 8 minutes or less. Let's get started. EG versus Furia. After Furia showed us what looked like a promising NA roster, we have our second game with one of the most mediocre rosters. Last time they got their asses whooped by Leviatan with a struggling Demon 1, and now they have to play EG in an elimination match. EG on the other hand had a close match with Loud, who are being highly rated, and the return of Ye and icy and the retention of last year's core make this one of the most iffy rosters in the league. But with high expectations, would we get Ye or we get Yoi? On Abyss, we were treated to Ye on Astra, which kinda made me want to pull my hair out of my head. Last time we saw that Yester was doing quite well in the opping role. You know who also looked good? Was icy, who played Jet very well, and the main reason EG were able to break away from a close match with Furia.
Sentinels, Astra is an agent where you have to be really aware of what's going on everywhere else on the map, really challenging your game sense and your coordination with your teammates.
Unfortunately, EG kept it close with Furia, which makes me worried about this team's floor, as it is rather low competing against the worst team in VCT. But also, as they got Ye on op, we started to see why he is the best at that.
I love this angle from Ye. Oh, he's waiting for it. That is
completely split up. And unfortunately for Heat, it's Ye holding that angle.
So far on the attack, pretty excellent. And Ye's off has been a major factor in that too.
Wow, it's almost like putting your best player in his best role will net you the best performance. EG win the map 13-7. Fracture, on the other hand, was not that impressive. We saw the Tejo breach again, and Furia was clueless as they were running a double Sentinel composition with Cypher and Sage. That made me head my scratch in confusion, cause who the fuck cooked this up? It looked terrible, and with the combination of Furia overheating on round 5, things just snowballed for EG with a 10-2 half. Luckily for us, Na'Vi vs Fnatic was happening on the other screen, with another member of the Optic roster also with the tournament life on the line, with Crashies. So I assume most eyes went to go watch that incredible comeback.
There's a difference.
It is so funny that you see Crashies down on, it was 5-13 kills, being the one to win it, but Rupsik, who was on 20-11, losing it.
In the meanwhile, EG were throwing their match versus Furia, almost resulting in a comeback by the worst team in the league. But by the time Crashies ended the game, EG gave us one of the funniest ways to end a game, and almost gave everyone and their fans a heart attack.
We're still hunting.
Here comes that Raze Rocket, a Brimble, using everything this round. EG demolishing Furia as the rocket misses. EG gets the kills, and they knock Furia out of kickoff.
MIBR versus Cloud9. ASPAS getting grouped this early seemed like an impossibility, and to be truthful, last week's dismal performance lowered my expectations quite a bit. Cortesia did not show us the potential, and neither did anybody else on this roster. When ASPAS is in single digits, you know it's about to be chaos in the locker room. Cloud9, on the other hand, got put in their place, as now that Xeppaa had his contract extension game for the year, he would proceed to regress into the middle of the pack player he is, and definitely not beating the Gardner Minshew allegations. But hey, I gotta respect someone who's able to min-max the bag acquisition. C9 get a head start on Lotus with a 4-0.
All into the site, but Mitch and Matt aren't gonna let it happen. C9 have their eyes on the prize.
Only for MIBR to bring it back to a 4-4.
When he moved inside the site, whoa. No way!
Despite 2 more rounds by Cloud9, MIBR keep finding scrappy ways to win rounds. It seems like they're keeping up with the core that has been together for much longer. The half would end at 6-6, but C9 have looked rather good on Lotus in their previous matches. And here it's no different. When MIBR are on attack, they perform dismal. Cloud9 win 13-7. Abyss would be a snooze fest, but not because it was boring. MIBR took a page of C9's last map and upped it with a 5-0 lead, but thankfully, Cloud9 do have a cracked duelist of their own in Oxy, and thanks to his ace, are able to get 2 rounds in a row.
And it's a 3-2-1 swing. Oh, and a collapse!
Rotate, blades are out. There's one just to his left. Here's the shot, Astrid from Astra as well. Shenom's gonna go down. The ace from Oxy is just to the side. It's gonna be the Oxy ace.
Cloud9 should have won round 9 after Oxy got 3, but everyone else aside from Oxy was taking a nice snap as MIBR managed to sweep the rest of the half. The only interesting thing about this half was the fact that Omen's cape was flailing all around.
And things, sometimes even kills as we saw on Vic, but the pulse plan that they have here, the game plan that MIBR has on that attack side was definitely not to play pulse plan, to play the suck delay, and to play the mollies, to play the util. They just want to fight back against Cloud9. We talked about that disrespect, and they gave it.
After a nice long nap by Cloud9, they finally woke up and realized they were going to lose the map. And MIBR responded by taking a nap of their own, as Cloud9 were able to find 8 rounds of their own. Thank God we didn't have to be subjected to an overtime by both these teams, as Cortesia wins round 20, and after the following round they would close out the map, sending us to Pearl. MIBR win 13-10.
Line, but lose Mitch in the process.
Straight out of the smoke is just taken down to 46. The rest for ASPAS is up. And that is the map for MIBR. We're going to be seeing Pearl come up between these two teams. The elimination match is going all 3.
Game starts out relatively close, with both teams trading streaks. C9 win the first 3.
Figure out where their targets are. Tabit should be able to get this. Wait a minute, a few more shots here. Vic does get the defuse. Shennom's not able to get that shot on him.
And MIBR win the next 4. But Oxy's performance slows down quite a bit, and it costs C9 and MIBR the half at 8-4.
First shots are on the jump. We've all been there, but Nasr was able to answer. The column is held strong, and Nasr gets the last 2 frags for an 8-4 first half on Pearl from MIBR.
MIBR don't stop there, as they win the pistol rounds with an ASPAS 4K.
Personality, but they know they're in a groove, and I'm sure ASPAS is incredibly happy to see this team coming together. We keep saying it. This guy's not going to choose players.
And Cloud9 attempt to come back with 3 rounds, but after Artzine gave us an insane play with a Bucky in round 17.
They even enter right now, and there's one from Artzine. Reloads, gets another shell on there, cocks the shotgun again, and it's a 4.
Pick up any of these weapons.
Bye-bye.
19 and 20 would be MIBR's, and we would say goodbye to Cloud9.
Position that pushes and pulls. It's going to be the kill from Artzine. That's it. MIBR reigns on Cloud9's parade as they move through the kickoff bracket.
MIBR win the match 2-0 and the map 13-7. Not gonna lie, to say I didn't call the C9 absolute choking away their tournament shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. It's almost like you shouldn't have changed your roster 3 weeks before the start of the tournament. Now eeiu's been tweeting about getting cut or resigning, so things are not looking good for Cloud9. In Cloud9 fashion, I expect they change their roster. I don't know what, but something will happen.
Why am I so emotional? Cause I lost to MIBR. Not a good look. Self-control.
Furia doesn't surprise me here, only because I didn't like MW Zera and Khalil being back in this roster, but also because of their visa issues. MIBR gets to go face Evil Geniuses next week. We also get the rematch of ASPAS versus eeiu. MIBR look rather good here, and despite my jokes, C9 is no slouch of a team. Evil Geniuses are going to have a difficult time playing against MIBR, especially since we saw the gaps in their games on both maps. But with IC heating up and maybe some experience with eeiu on Flex, it should be a good game regardless. Subscribe if you like these. I'm going to try to make them as the games go and when I'm not at work. If you can't get enough of me, go watch Exit Frag with me, Esports Andy, and several other members of the VCT community. Shout out to the channel members here on screen. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.